Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 11th of March. We have new mods and we have 2 or 3 updates. No mod review yesterday, I'm afraid. I was trying to do a mod review yesterday, but the placeables, the new factory pack for TMR and pig food, was causing me all sorts of problems. I got frustrated and in the end I gave up after ages. So apologies, no mod review yesterday. Ran out of time. The updates for today are as follows. From the left, the placeable fruit trees by GTX, the air compressor by Vertex Design, and the fruit orchards by GTX and Erebus have all had updates today. So what I thought we'd do, because I was curious, is actually have a look at the 3D fruit. Now what is glaringly obvious straight away, once you've added water you'll get the fruit. Manure normally doubles up on the payment. Is these fruit trees before were kind of packed with fruit, so were kind of bright and colourful. I think what they've done is reduce the amount of fruit, but they are three-dimensional. Three-dimensional oranges and three-dimensional apples. That's pretty cool. Like that. Okay, first of the mods for today. We have got the Gate Pack by gamerhzsFSH. 2.07 megabytes download, 2 slots each. There are 4 in this pack. Not sure if the sound effect matches that quite right. What is nice about these is the detail on them, the rust, even on the chain link sections, little rust spots and stuff all on the chain link. Each one a slightly different design. These you'll find in placeables and decoration. Actually, it might be miscellaneous. The first one was the aluminium frame wire gate, 5 meters wide, 850 to buy. The blue big gate, 8 meters wide, 1,200 to buy. The grey gate of 4 meters, 500 to buy, and the plank gate with metal frame at 5 meters, 900 to buy. Each of those slots goes down from 2 to 1. For any subsequent one you buy. Next, we've got this is the chicken coop by Shadow Mods. 5.36 megabytes download, is seasons ready, 15 slots. It will take 55 chickens. We do have quite a few. The dialogue box is right here, this bit of the door. We can open and close the door. There is a light switch to the side. Please work again. There we go. There we go. Light switch on and off. Feed trigger is just to the sides here. Got a little trough there that the feed goes into. And then egg boxes, I'm assuming by the hazard mark bit here, are going to appear on this pallet. I did put feed in. I did get some chickens. I did speed up time a little bit, but I haven't had any appear just yet. But that's where they should be. This you'll find under placeables and animal pens. Especially after yesterday's updates on all of the animal pen stuff by ER Shabba, VSR Modding Sir, across the board, you may still be having problems, or you may now be experiencing problems. If you are experiencing problems with your animal pens, if you're trying to go into animal pens and when you're pressing it, it's just clicking and nothing's happening, it could be because you've got a placeable factories pack installed somewhere. You may need to uninstall it, and then your animal pen system should work. I just thought I'd mention it because I know a few people have been commenting. So on the end, 1,000 to buy, holds 55. And that's really all there is to it. Very nice. Next, we've got this. This is the Decorative Scale by Tailan AgriMods. Nicely detailed scale. Only downside, there's actually no scale. We've got the actual, no, readout is the word I meant. The scale is here, but there's no actual readout for it. So it is just a decorative placeable to put somewhere should you choose to. This one is under decoration. 15,000 to buy. 2.1 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. That will drop down to 1 for any subsequent one after that. Next. Oh yeah, no, I mustn't forget this one. we have this. This is the BRN 1.5, 5.32 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is by Pavel Tikhonov. It is a topper. We have the Holm toppers that are used for removing the tops from potatoes before harvesting. Some harvesters do the topping for you. We do have a 3.5 meter one as standard, but this is a modded version of. This will be found under Tools and Potato Technology. So the standard one, the Grimmer KS, is 3.2 meters, not 3.5. So the BRM 1.5, £4,000 to buy, 1.5 meters wide, requires 40 horsepower, run at 6 miles per hour. We can change the design color to red, the main color to a slightly darker green. We can have that cover off if you want, which is what I went for, so you can see the belt turning and that kind of stuff. Those are the options. Now this is one of those ones I haven't tried yet, so it should do what it says in the box. Actually, I'm going to go that side because I want to see the belts moving when I turn it on. You can just see through the gap there, everything turning underneath. So what should happen now is when I lower it, this should top the potatoes. And then you come along with your harvester to actually harvest them. There we go. The BRN 1.5 by Pavel Tikhonov. Working very nicely. Next, we have this/these. This is the Lizard MP 480, 11.6 megabytes download. This is by GDB Modding, or no, just GDB, sorry. It's 5 slots for this one and 7 slots for this one. This one you'll find under trailers, and it's designed to be trailed behind a car, pickup, that kind of thing. You can pull them by tractors, of course you can. This one's found under baling technology. We've got a couple of options on these. You can have a flatbed like that with straps, or you can have it without the flatbed, and it's got 2 holes you can put round bales will slot into nicely. The straps are still there, but you can put bales on it instead. Nice looking mod. This one has a tipper function. I think it's, well, we'll check in a second, 3,100 litres. Under trailers for the first one. So the MP480, 5,800, yeah, 3,100 litres. It'd take pretty much anything. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. We can change the rim colour to anything on that pallet. You can have small wheels or large wheels. Those are your options on that one. And the other one is found under baling technology. The MP480 under baling, 4,800. Options available. Main colour, same thing. Rim colour, same thing. But then without flatbed, looks like that. So you've got 2 holes you can put round bales into if you want to. Or with a flatbed, adds 500 onto the price. And then small wheels and large wheels on that one as well. We will just hook up. Unload, L1, R1 and triangle. Got a fairly quick unload speed on that. Done it again. Oh, Land Rover. Anyway, yeah, so the Lizard MP480 by GDB. Next we have this one. This is the Brent grain train. I did wonder if that was supposed to be the Brent grain drain. Weirdly, you can't actually make these into a chain. A train. There's no rear trailer hitch. I suppose maybe it looks like a train car. This is a belly dump trailer, a small trailed belly dump trailer. That's why I thought maybe it was drain and not train, but hey, who am I to question these things? This is by Stoneway Design. It is 2.54 megabytes download, 2 slots on console, which isn't too bad. It only comes in this colour, this configuration, but it's a 35,000 litre capacity. For 32 grand, I think it is, which is pretty good considering the size of it. It's amazing. Also under trailers, the Brent Grain Train 1000, 32,000 to buy, 35,000 litre capacity. Takes pretty much all those, well, takes everything it says on that list there. And as I said, no options available. What I will do is, it does have little flaps underneath. It's kind of hard to see them that open up. What we'll do is take it over to the silo. Wow, that doesn't want to turn. Right, okay. That's interesting. That's got a collision somewhere that it's not liking. L1, R1, triangle. It will allow me to unload here. You can see the stuff coming out of all the various different chutes underneath. And interestingly, it is coming out underneath, but it's piling up to the side. That's quite handy. Because often you find in these situations, they pile up underneath. There we go. And then you can't get anything out. Maybe it's just the weight of it. That's very strange. But yeah, it's emptying out to the sides. Actually, it's probably better that it didn't go into the silo, because you wouldn't have seen that happening. Anyway, that's how it unloads. That's the Brent Grain Train 1000 by Stoneway design. Next, we have got some more trailers. This is the Lizard Titan 10,000, 9.31 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is by AgriMods. There are 2 in this pack. One is a fixed chassis, the other one is a swivel front axle. The rest of the configurations on them are identical in that I think you have a 6,000, 8,000 and a 10,000. That's on the 6, that's on the 10. In the full 10,000 litre it will still take everything. It doesn't suddenly become a silage one or anything like that. We can have tandem axle, you can have single axle, or you can have single axle with duals, which I went for on that one. Nicely made, nicely detailed. You can have a rear trailer hitch as well, so you can daisy chain them together, which I did to bring them out here. Also under trailers, so the Titan at 10.00, 10,000, 19,500 to buy. That's the fixed chassis one. We can change the main colour to any one of those. Capacity at 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. We can have design original. This is where it gets a bit weird. Stairs, fine. Then it says step and ladder. That's a tyre, isn't it? Step and ladder. Then step, that's ladder and tyre. Anyway, regardless, those are your options on there. Rear hitch, yes or no. That puts the hitch underneath. Then wheel setup, tandem, single or dual. So single with a dual tyre on. Those are your options on that one. Then the swivel axle, all exactly the same. Choose from that colour palette. 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. Same options on the front. Rear hitch, yes or no. Tandem, single or dual for the tyre choices. Now, one thing to note on this one, when you hook up, if you look top left hand corner, it doesn't add another tool option on, so you can't clearly switch between them. L1, R1 and triangle will unload the back one, which is fine. Nice smooth animation, little sort of dump trailer. But if I go back to my main vehicle, hopefully it's going to work. Press it once. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just not showing it as a separate option. What we'll do is do it again, disconnect, and now we'll empty that one so you can see it actually unloading something. But yeah, nice smooth animation, 10,000 litre capacity. Nice little set of trailers. Next up, we've got this. This is madness. This is the Valmet 88. Now, it should be the Valmet 88 pack, I think, personally. This is by Holzs FS. 42.71 megabytes download. 25 slots for the main vehicle. We then have Blade 1, Blade 2. We have a bucket. We have a winch system for kind of picking up pallets, big bags, that kind of thing. We have the coupler, which is the front loader coupler. And then we have the support. Now that will winch, you can hook directly on top of a big bag with that. But if you want to pick up pallets and things, you want to go for the support, because that's got the 4-prong and that will put straps around the pallet very nicely. So those all kind of come as part of the pack. Now the tractors themselves, a ton of options. This is bizarre to say the least. They're conical wheels. I mean, I would say more comical wheels, but they're conical wheels. The basket wheels, they suit me. Basket wheels for a basket case. We've got narrows. There's a whole load of options. We'll go through all the options, and there are an absolute load of them. So, under tractors first, small tractors. The Valmet 88 on the end's only 18 grand to buy. You can have it original, just like that. You can have it with the awning on the top. You can have it with the long bumper. Now, the long bumper and short bumper, you're talking about a difference of about an inch. So you've got long bumper, short bumper. There is the tiniest of movement between the two. Long bumper and awning, short bumper and awning. Long bumper and weight, puts underneath. Short bumper and weight. Long bumper, weight and awning. Short bumper, weight and awning. Back to original. Then you've got wheel setup. We've got original. We've got that one original, which is a little bit more knobbly, almost like a rice crop tyre, because we've got some of those. Original tyres with water, which I assume puts water in the tyres, which acts as a weight. So rather than having wheels, tyres and weights. Then you've got the wheel cages, double rice wheels. Oh no, that does have a weight. Yeah, so wide wheel and weight, wide wheel. Narrow wheels and weight, narrow wheel. Conical wheels. That is crazy. Then you've got original wheel with the auxiliary attacher. That's supposed to be for helping in mud and those things. With a basket on as well, or back to standard. Quite a few options. Then we've got engine setup. 85 horsepower, the MWC1. Now we have some exhaust changes. Still stays at 85 horsepower, but the C2. C3 at 85 horsepower. Then we go to the MW Turbo C1, which takes us to 100 horsepower. C2, C3, and back again. So the Turbo C3, they're all 100 horsepower, but just different exhaust settings. Then front loader attacher, yes or no. The front loader attacher then requires the coupler to be used with that. So those are the options. And as you've seen, I went for a selection of conical, awning, front loader. What I will say is though, with the conical, because that sits a lot higher, that did not want to hook up to the coupler very well. This one, I love the look of that. I don't know why, I don't know what it is about it. I just think it looks brilliant. But what we're going to do is jump in one with the narrows, with the front loader. Let's start it up. Lights are very yellow. It's an old tractor. There is no horn. First person. Nice and neat and tidy. Now our front coupler needs to be disconnected at that kind of height. Or maybe a bit higher, because it puts logs underneath it. Come on. There we go. It puts logs underneath it. So unlike normal ones, we have to kind of put them right the way down for it to unhook. It won't let you detach in that position. You've got to come up quite high, then it will do it. So that's the front coupler. Now this one's an interesting one. So the blade 1 is actually a plough. If you go blade 2, the second blade is primarily for pushing grain and stuff around, bunker silos, that kind of thing. But this one, if I allow create fields, if I open up my help menu, allow create fields, and then drop it down. Actually, I don't think it does drop down. I have to do it myself. There we go. Got a 3 metre plough. That's quite cool. Raise that up. Now these as well, when you disconnect the blades, you want to be right down the ground, because if you disconnect them from height, they tip forward, they drop forward, and you can't then pick them up very well. So you want it right down the ground. Oops, hang on. And then disconnect. Disconnect. Oh yeah, I need to drop that down a little bit lower to disconnect it. There we go. Now what I have done, just realised, let me just remove that one. The original coupler I had that didn't want to hook up particularly well to the conical wheels I left here. So we'll hook that one up. Come on. There we go. Universal bucket now. It looks like they swivel. Because of the way the attacher is, there's a bolt there. They don't. It actually hooks underneath there and bolts in the middle, I think, for extra stability. I haven't been able to find an option for it to swing it anyway, but it will go, you know, obviously the bucket function. Nice deep tip on that. So when you go right up, that's quite a nice, almost like high tip function on that one. And then we've got the, didn't come down low enough again. You just have to make sure you come low enough to get out from underneath it. I will grab a weight for this. That doesn't come in the pack, I just grabbed that one. If we put this one on, we've got the front winch. So we've got all of our options there. Oh, I've just remembered something I meant to show you on one of the trailers. I'll show you in just a second. It just reminded me grabbing this. So I can do the bag as is. Or at least I should be able to. Oh no, that's interesting. Because they normally hook up directly to a bag. Okay, well it doesn't matter. Because we have got the support. Grab the support. Go over the bag. Try and get level if you can. Then do your straps. No, I had to go for a weight because it just would not. I mean, that's quite a lot of weight over the front axle of a small tractor like that. But that's how that works. We just take that. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'll leave that all like that. Interesting when it turns off. I'm sorry, I just want to... The conical one is a bit odd for steering, that's all I will say. This is another of those answers on a postcard. I came down the hill, and when I turned, it really didn't like it. The whole thing almost tipped over. I was racking my brains trying to work out what you would have these conical tyres for. Because I would have thought it would kind of dig in, like slice into the ground. I'm sure somebody out there will know. If you know, stick it in the comments. I did have a look online, I couldn't find anything about it. And then the basket one, again, this is just so you can see it moving, because I just love the look of it. Now, it doesn't cultivate or do anything like that. I just think it looks great. So we go, that's the Valmet 88 by Holzs FS. Going back quickly to the one over here, function I meant to show you, and I apologise for forgetting. On this one, it says winch. If I do L1 and X, it puts straps on it. So you can actually pick it up and you can move the trailer around. I don't think I've come across that on a trailer before. So it gives you the option to put straps and pick up with a winch. Then without winch, take them off. Yeah, just scrapping the winch on that side reminded me. Interesting, isn't it? So anyway, that was the Valmet 88 by Holzs FS. Next we've got the International 46 Series Pack by WhiteBull Modding. These are also very nice indeed. This pack is, where are we? 15 megabytes download, 12 slots each on console, 12 slots for the first one anyway. We do have a two-wheel drive version and we have a four-wheel drive version. In both versions you can go up to 150 horsepower, and these are pretty cheap as well. As you can see, I went for slightly different options with regard to tyres. That one's got a rollover like ROP system. That one I went without, and then that four-wheel drive one I went with the cab. Various different tyre choices. You can have the cream rims, you can have the sort of dark grey black rims, or the grey rims. You can have the older, I think I went for the older stickers, the older international stickers on that one, and the newer version on these. But yeah, very nice looking mods. We'll have a look at the options, and there are quite a few, but again with these, prices are great, and for the horsepower you can get up to. These are also under small tractor. So we've got the 46 series four-wheel drive and the 46 series two-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive is 25 grand to start off with, and the two-wheel drive is 21. So the four-wheel drive series, we can change the rim colour to anything on there, which you've kind of already seen. It's one of those menus. Unfortunately, we've got front loader, front attachment, none. We can have a weight holder, a weight, front hydraulics, or none. I like the fact that on this you can have front hydraulic. That's nice. Then we've got cabin, wide fenders, mirrors. So you can have cabin with wide fenders and then mirrors. No cabin, wide fenders, fenders too with the more kind of shell-shaped fenders. That's a nice look. You can have that with wide fenders, then the roll bar, and then back to cab again. Then we have standard tyres, tyres FI. I think that just changes the tread at the front, reverses the tread. Then standard tyres, twins at the back, twins at the front. And then TM800 wides, reverse tread on the front with weights. Then we've got the twins with the narrow, back to standard. So engine setup, we've got 85 horsepower old decal, 85 horsepower new decal, 100 horsepower, 100 horsepower old decal, 100 horsepower new decal, 122 horsepower old decal and new decal. And then if we go for the 1246 turbo, that takes us to 150 horsepower old decal and new decal. So yeah, 150 horsepower it goes up to. That's pretty cool. But you may want to only start with a 85. Even if you go for the 150 horsepower, that puts that particular tractor in that model at 34,300 for a 150 horsepower tractor. Awesome. I think options are pretty much the same on the two-wheel drive version, apart from the fact it is two-wheel drive. Front attachments, none. Weights, front hydraulics, yeah. Cab, wing mirrors. I think, yeah, pretty much goes to all the same options. Standards, twins. Oh, you don't have the twins on the front. That's the difference with this one. Weights, twins with a narrow, and back to standard. Then we've got all the same engine sizes, old and new decals, 85, 100, 122 horsepower and 150 horsepower. Very nice. They're quite loud. First person, nice and crisp, clean, nicely detailed. For some reason, that's my favourite looking out of all of them, with the shell fenders. Don't know why, just is. And with the cab, so with the cab, obviously we've got more lighting on this one. Plus we've got beacons, and then we have got the option for, which one was it? L1, R1. Rotate crane tool right, opens and closes that door, and open crane tool opens and closes the window. Like so. Interior is pretty much the same, just with the cab round it, really. Very cool. Lights off. So that's the International 46 Series pack by WhiteBull Modding. Next we've got another tractor. This is the New Holland Versatile. This is by Hemerson, Dentinho and Miotto modding. 4.92 megabytes to download and 7 slots. Now I know it's fairly, I mean the detailing, it hasn't got as much detail. I mean when you're getting a little bit close, it's a little bit blurry and a little bit sketchy here and there. But it's a fairly large tractor as well. I think it's a 420 horsepower. Now, it's not going to be for everyone. The windows, I noticed when you go to buy it and also when you get in it, seem a bit misted around. They don't seem to be clear. That, again, may just need a bit of a tweak. but it's a fair-sized beast. It does sound quite impressive. The reverse warning is quite loud. This you'll find under large tractors, I think this one was. 200,000 to buy for a 420 horsepower tractor. We can have with the front weight or without. And then we can have wheel setup, standard, twins, or slightly chunkier twins. Which, when you think about the rest of it, the detail on those looks amazing. So as you can kind of see from the window already, it looks a little bit almost like frosted glass, really. Those are the options. We'll hop in. Lights. We have quite a few all around it. We do have a beacon on the top. Horn. But quite loud, but it does sound good. The price. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, so we do have a door that opens. If we do L1 and right stick up and down, we can open and close the door, which does turn on interior light. If we go inside now, light goes out. But you can kind of see through the window already, it is a little bit kind of misty. The side one's not too bad, and the back, well, I suppose it depends what angle you look at it from. But it does seem like, yeah, it's definitely, isn't it? I thought maybe I was imagining it. I do love the tyres rolling away in front of you. You know, yeah, it may need an update for the windows, but I still like it. I think it's it's a nice tractor, nice horsepower for the price. Something a little bit different. Yeah. That's by Hemerson, Dentinho and Miotto modding, which brings us on to the last of the mods for today. Oh, I saw one of these at Agritechnica. Oh, it's gorgeous. And that's not because I'm a John Deere fan. I just love the look, the design cues on it. When you see it up close as well, they're amazing. And this is a very nice mod. This is the John Deere X9 2020 US version. 37.63 megabytes download, 42 slots on console. There are two options available. We've got the 1000 and the 1100. These are by SiiD modding. Very large capacity, very large vehicle. You can have the option to have stickers in there, so you can have an X9 demo, which I think, again, if you're doing a kind of storyline on whatever you're playing, having a demo vehicle, that's a brilliant idea, having the stickers. And if you go for the demo version, it puts stickers on the side as well. It puts more bushels, more acres, all day performance. This goes up to a 25,000 litre capacity as well, with some very nice features. So, under harvesters. Now, it doesn't come with headers or a header trailer. You use the other headers and stuff that are in-game standard or modded ones if you want to. What I will say, though, it's pricey. It's up there. The X9 1000 starts at 726,847, and the 1100 is 814,000. Now I get it. In the real world, that's harvester prices. You know, these new things, they are not cheap to buy. So the X9 1000. If we change the main colour and it says green or black, if we change it now, nothing seems to happen. That's to do with the hoppers on the top. You'll see that in just a second. So we can have tank standard at 14,800 litres. We can have standard 2, and as you can see, the hopper is black. If I go back up to main colour and put that on green, the hopper then changes colour back to green. So tank standard 2 goes up to 16,800. Then it says standard hopper, but that's the large hopper. That's 25,900 litres. That's pretty good. We've got the option of Michelin, miters, and back again. Under the Michelins, we've got transports. We've got dual 710s with a, I think, reverse tread on the rear. We've got dual 800s with a reverse tread on the rear. We've got crawler track and back to transport. Under miters, we've got 800 trans for transport with a rear tread. We've got 900s with a reverse tread on the rear. We've got 1250s with a reverse tread on the rear. Does it go reverse tread? Yeah, on the rear. Dual 580s, reverse tread. Why does that go through so many different reverse tread options? Then dual 800s and reverse tread, and then back to transport. There's no crawler track on the miters. The crawler track is under Michelin. Then we've got standard lights. Then standard lights, hang on, standard lights premium. Then we've got deluxe lights, and then deluxe lights premium. Back to standard lights. Demo stickers off or on. And then you can have an Aussie configuration, yes or no. That puts the oversize. Does it do it on the back as well? I think it might just be on the front. Oh no, on the back as well. If you want to go for an Aussie configuration. Now, pretty sure the X9 1100 is the same. The difference is the 1000 is 630 horsepower and the 1100 is 690 horsepower. But as far as I can tell, all the other options are the same. Yeah, 25,900 litre, 16.8, or the 16.2. We've got the option with miters and Michelin. All the same tyre options available. Under Michelin, you do have the tracked, if you want to go for tracked, but then all the same options going through. We have the standard lights, premiums, deluxe premiums and back, demo stickers, and Aussie configuration, yes or no. So, I think... yeah, that was 1100. I was going to say, which one did I go for? I love that. Let's hop out. When we get in, watch the ladder fold up. The animations are brilliant on this. Let's fold that away. So if you get it without the extended hoppers, that's how it comes. It looks lovely. Lights. Now this one I think I went for the standard light package, which I'll be honest is still pretty good. Open it up, does that, opens that. Pipe out, and this does have a light on the pipe as well. I put the pipe away now. Oh, hang on, I thought it did. Oh, there you go. I just haven't gone through all the options. I'm going to put that away, see the light moving. I do like a light on the auger. But interior, very cool. And we do have a door option on this as well. That one. Oh, looks like that door catches. Is it supposed to do that? Maybe it is. It's part of the design for getting in and out. Door opens and closes. Interior light goes on and off. What you probably also notice, we do have an option back here. On L1, right stick side to side, adjusts the nozzle on the auger as well. So what we'll do is fold that away. And then we'll hop into the 1100. The much larger hopper. Now this, as you can see right in the front there, it's got deluxe lights, so it's got this sort of LED blocks on it as well. Now I'm not sure, does that seem any brighter? I mean, they both seem pretty bright to me. It does. I do like a harvester on tracks, but I'll be honest, I do prefer this one on the doubles. It does make it a very wide proposition putting on the doubles, but it does look very nice. Like LED indicators out on the sides. That auger pipe is incredibly long as well. So, we have an X9 by SiiD Modding. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. And that's it for Thursday, the 11th of March. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.